Hey friends, I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world and you have been able to enjoy your holidays. In today's Plan With Me video, we are going to set up our digital bullet journal for 2022. And of course, we're going to use my favorite bullet journaling app, which is Zinnia. Up until now, I've been creating these monthly journals, mainly because it's been a bit difficult to navigate around because it wasn't possible to link pages. But so much has changed in a year. It is now not only possible to link pages, but you can now also import PDF documents that already have the links. This is seriously cool. And so I'm no longer going to create individual journals for each month, but just have one journal for the whole year. And let me show you how it all works. To start with, you're going to download a free planner template from the dashplanner.com. You'll see that there is a free digital planner template available. So we're going to download this first, and then we're going to start a new journal. But now, instead of starting from scratch, we can now import a PDF document. So now we tap on Import PDF, and then we can import the journal template that we've downloaded. Let me show you all the pages that are contained in this template. So we're going to go to the overview page, and you can see that this template comes with so many individual pages. This is really cool. But the best thing about this template is that it already has hyperlinks. So now if we tap on any of the months here, you can see that there is a go to link tab here. So now you can tap on this, and then it'll jump directly to the January planner. And the same, of course, with all the other links as well. And so this is so handy to start. And then we can also go back to the 2020 overview by tapping here. And so now we've got this little overview page. The template also has a quarterly overview page like this. And I think this is actually a really great view as well. I didn't have this before, but this is the view that allows you to plan your big goals for 2022, and you can map them out here. But then it's also got some lists here. And again, this is super useful. This is all pre-made and you can just start using it. And then at the end here, there's also a number of notes pages. So there's a few of those, and you can use those to create notes, or I'm going to actually use them for my daily logs. And so you can see that everything is hyperlinked, and you can just tap on it and then you can move around your template. This is so handy. It does have that monthly overview page like this, but then it also has a more detailed overview page. This is a page that I haven't used before, so I'm actually quite curious to see how this is going to work. But then one of the things it doesn't have any weekly or daily pages, but we can now create these ourselves. And of course, we can now add a new page. So we're going to add a new page. But you'll notice one of the problems we have now is that all these pages have these nice index pages here. And then if we create a new page from scratch, those links are missing. But I'm going to show you how we can fix this. So what we're going to do is grab one of the notes pages, and I recommend you grab the last one. And so now what we need to do is hide this part here that we don't need, but then leave the index. So now we're just going to add a sticker and place it over the top. So we're going to go to the stickers, and we're going to search for some shapes, and then just insert a rectangular shape here like this. And of course it's black now, but not to worry, I'm going to show you how we can change this. So now we're just going to hide all the parts that we don't want and change the color to white like this. And then you want to lock this so that you're not accidentally moving it. But now you can write on top of this and it's not going to move around. So this is super handy. This is a really good start. So this is the template that you want to use for all the additional pages that you're going to create, because it has the monthly index links here, and then it also has the links here at the bottom to go to your yearly calendar. And so this is super handy to have. So I recommend that you duplicate this page a few times just so you have some spare ones and you don't have to start from scratch again. And then another thing you might like to do is to add a textured background, and I also recommend that you do this at the start, but of course this is totally optional. I just really like having my watercolor backgrounds, and I want to add it here as well. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to place it here, and then I'm going to lock it so that I'm not accidentally moving it around. And now we are ready to create our weekly page. So now the next thing we're going to do is create a template for our weekly page. So we're going to have a look at the weekly templates here in Zinnia. And you can see there's so many different ones. There's also dated ones now for 2022. So this is quite handy because it has all the dates filled in here for you already. But I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use this template instead. So this is quite a minimalist template, but I think this is actually really nice. And it also matches the style of the overall planner template. So now we're going to adjust the size ever so slightly. And then you see that there is some free space over here. And I think I'm going to use the space to take notes to create my daily log. And then if I run out of space, I will create more empty pages as well. And I want to add a bit of a grid here as well. So now I'm going to search for a grid, and I think this one will work really well. So now we can place this here. And then you might also like to decrease the opacity ever so slightly because we don't need it to be so dark. And now this is our weekly template done. And again, you might like to duplicate this page a few times so that you have your weekly pages ready for your journaling. All right, so now the next thing we want to do is actually fill in part of this template. So this is for the week of the 27th of December, and then we want to add the dates here as well. And I want to use some stickers for this, so we are going to check out the lettering stickers here, and I think this doodler style is quite cute, so I'm going to use these. And when you distribute these numbers here on the page, you don't have to be too precise. I'm going to show you how you can arrange them on the page really easily as well. So now we are going to select them all again, and then we can align them. So we want to center them all, and we want to distribute them evenly on the page like this. So now what you might like to do as well is create a little header for all the days. And a cute way of doing this is using some washi tape, and there's so much different washi tape to choose from. Maybe some of these gridlock washi tapes are quite cute. Let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to place it here. And of course, the nice thing about the washi tape is that you can shrink it and grow it any way you want, and it always stays in shape, which is super cute. So now we want to move this to the back a little bit so that we can see Monday underneath it. And then maybe decrease the opacity a little bit as well. And of course, if you wanted to, you could also change the color and choose your favorite theme for your washi tape as well. All right, so now this looks good, but now we want to add some navigation to this page as well. And the easiest way to do this is to go back to your yearly overview page, and you can see how it's got the week numbers here on the side. And so now what we want to do is when we tap on the week number, we want to jump directly to that page. And the easiest way to do this is to actually just draw a little blob on top of the number like this. You can choose any color and any pen, it doesn't matter so much. You just want to create a little blob and then tap done. And now you want to select this blob, and you can see here in the menu how it says link. So you tap on link, and now you can select the page that you want to link to, which is this page here. And so now this has created this link. And of course now this blob doesn't look so nice, but what we can do now is we can edit this, and we can turn down the opacity of the blob all the way to nothing. And so now this blob becomes transparent, but the link is still there. So now let's try it out. So now if I tap on the 52 and I tap on go to link, you can see how it jumps to our page. How cool is that? And so now, of course, every time you create a weekly page, you can then link it back to your yearly calendar. And then you notice when we jump to January, this is going to jump on the big overview page, but maybe you want to jump to the detailed overview page, and of course we can do that as well. And so now what you want to do is just pick a spot on the page, for example, weekly list as an example, but you can choose any part. You can even maybe choose this corner here or anything that you remember and create the hyperlink the same way. So we're going to select our highlighter tool again, and now I'm just going to create the highlight here on the weekly list. And then we're going to select this and tap on link. And now you can choose that detailed overview page. And again, what we're going to do now is turn down the opacity so that this is not visible. So now, of course, you might like to navigate from this page to your weekly page as well. And again, we can do the same thing. So you can either highlight maybe the whole row of letters here, or what I've done for my planner actually, I'm just creating little blobs here on the side. So I'm just painting them all in, And then I'm going to link from here onto the actual pages. And of course, this is a bit of a secret that I have to remember myself, but let's see how this goes. I just don't want to make it too prominent, and I like this little subtle link here. So now I'm going to tap on link and then link to this page and turn down the opacity like that. So now if I tap here, it takes me to this page, and then if I tap here, I can go back here. And so now for all my subsequent pages, I'm going to create the links off of these little blobs. I'm just going to leave them here so that I remember to create the links once I get to that. And then, as I said, this part here is going to be for my daily log, and I might run out of space with the daily log. So what I thought I'll do is actually create some more freestanding daily log pages. And in order to do that, we are going to grab one of our original templates and duplicate it. And now on this page, I'm just going to insert the grid pages. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab my grid again. And same as we've done before, I'm going to decrease the opacity here and only make it very subtle. And then we are going to duplicate this and create a second one here on the other side. So we want to align this here, and I don't mind that it overlaps a little bit and creates a slightly thicker line here in the middle. This is quite nice. This is almost like a spread divider, so I quite like this. And then we are going to group this. And now we can arrange it on the page so that it fits perfectly. And it has also got a little bit of a space here at the top, so we can write the date or we can write a header that we want. And again, I'm going to lock this now so that I'm not accidentally writing on it. But this is really nice because it's still got all my navigational elements here at the top and at the bottom as well. And again, I recommend that you take a few copies of this so that you don't lose the original page once you start writing on it. So I'm going to put this after my weekly page, and then if I swipe to the next page, you can see now there is my daily log pages like that. And of course, if you wanted to, you could create your daily pages as well. You can choose one of the Zinnia templates. There is quite a few daily planners here as well that you could choose from. So this is completely up to you, but I very much prefer having a free form template for my daily logs. And then of course, last but certainly not least, we can now also add some embellishments to our pages. And what I want to do is add my watercolor background to all the pages. I just really like that look. It looks super cute and it just makes all the pages look a little bit special. And then of course we can add some embellishments as well, some stickers. And as you know, in Zinnia there's so many different stickers to choose from, and I always like some abstract shapes here, so maybe some of these brush strokes will look nice. And we want to have these at the bottom of the stack so that we can still see the numbers above, and then maybe decrease the opacity a little bit. So now I'm just going to place some of these all the way around. And so you can embellish your pages any way you want, and you can add any of the stickers, and then of course also add your own lettering to this and make it look super cute. And you can do the same thing with all the other pages as well. And so you can see that you can create the whole 2022 calendar, and it's not going to take very long this time. I'm so happy about this new Zinnia features that we have now. So we've got our 2022 calendar with all the mini calendars here. Then we've got the quarterly overview, we have a list, and then we have our monthly overview pages here, and we've got the weekly pages, and we have got the daily pages, and they are all hyperlinked now, so you can jump backwards and forwards between the days and the weeks. And this is just super handy. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then I'm also going to put up another couple of videos with different planner themes so you can get some more inspiration for your planner pages. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.